You're you're in such a hurry today. Hi.
I want to make sure we're on time.
We're never on time.
But why does that have to be that way?
I don't know. You shaved.
Yeah, I did.
You kind of thinned it out.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Is
Oh, did you invite a Wookiee?
it maybe?
Yeah. All right. I guess we have a special guest.
Yes, we do. There he is.
Let me put him in the middle because he'll make us look thinner.
Yeah. What's up, champ?
Hold on.
Oh, Jesus fucking
Well, I
Christ.
can't hear anything through my headphones. And one sec.
Gosh, you're an IT
Here we go.
professional.
I didn't know we were going to have a technical need here.
Well,
All right, I'm good.
hey, what's up, champ?
I never used this platform.
Yeah, you have. You
I
talked
like
to us
it.
before.
Yeah, but it was on something else, I think, and it was when you couldn't see either of you, and you were blurry, and the voices didn't match up, and
You trying to say it was like, you want to fight?
yeah.
Fight me.
Yeah.
So I figured it would be nice to have an actual winner on the podcast. But
We're both winners in my heart.
Bro, I took down 2 wins on Saturday, so.
But then I remembered. And so it's just there's 2 winners and you. So, hey.
FJ's a winner in life.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely that.
He found Jamie.
Yeah.
Now, Jamie, on the other hand, I don't know if she's a lucky.
Questionable choices, I think. Yeah, so we're the intervention's coming.
Wow, the intervention! God damn, that's aggressive.
All
right. Well, so Larry, how'd your Steelers do? I didn't see.
They did good. I made it home by the I don't know, like the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
I think. Thanks to Donnie's efficient running of the race, which had little to do with him, but
it had to do with the crew of people he had there.
The lovely crew of people.
I think that was the most people he's ever had. That were not like just local misfits helping. So like,
Yeah, Ivy was there, so he filled in the misfit.
He
made the misfit quota. Yeah, but.
Well, I mean, I thought like as fast as they were running the races, I'm like, oh, they must be running triples, and you weren't.
No, they didn't do that. Yeah. I heard after the event that they were talking, and the event we're talking about is the NYGP down at Donnie's track in New York. I spoke to Mike G the day after, and he was saying like, if you knew what was going on, you would have been like, oh yeah, they forgot to do this, they forgot to do that, and they forgot to do a bunch of other stuff.
Well, I'm not going to point any of that out because I had a good time, and I like Donnie and Mike G and the crew. So
I think the reality is, who knows? Next year could be different, but they think next year is going to be huge.
Oh yeah,
yeah, huge.
Why is that?
Well, my suggestion was because I asked Donnie why he had it on the weekend, because Ralph Morello was complaining about the cost of hotels if you didn't get the block. Or you didn't, I guess he was undecided if he was going to come and whatever. And I guess little known to me, I work at a place that doesn't get off for any holidays except the big 6 or whatever.
Columbus is not a holiday.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's what I said to Donnie. I said, dude, because he's like, we want to have it so people don't have to work on Monday. I'm like, who the fuck doesn't work on Monday? Even my wife, who is a teacher, our public schools, everything's in session. I guess the garbage man and the mailman don't work.
And I don't know
many. Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's a few, but she doesn't race, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But
unless you're in the banking profession. So basically, that's 2 people that I know of.
Banking.
FJ's in banking, and
they're open.
And what's the guy in Texas? I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Yeah, he calls everyone bitch.
Oh, Kemper?
Yeah, Kemper. Yeah.
What industry is that?
He's
pimps have off on Monday. The Columbus.
Yeah.
He's a banker. He's in the banking.
Yeah, but
people's money. That's what he does.
Banks were open on Monday.
Yeah,
They
The only
were.
thing that wasn't open was the post office.
Yeah, the post office and the garbage people didn't come yesterday out here. But so yeah, my point was just have it on the weekend before or after, and the rates won't be so high. And we talked it out, and he kind of agreed. Now whether that actually comes to fruition or he even remembers, well, the question is that's questionable.
He wants it on the Italian raping and pillaging day. That's what he wants it on. Come on.
I mean, yeah, it's not good. It's not a good holiday. Not for us Italians. Some don't understand, but it was not good. No.
It's fine. So
we only forced people into slavery and spread diseases, and wasn't great.
yeah. Says the guy who works at like places that build up things that destroy things. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Don't
Don't judge.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. So hey, does anyone know who Larry Fairtrace is anymore? I think people forgot. Who's Larry Fairtrace?
That'd be great. I don't want anybody to really remember me. I have enough friends and people to talk to.
Yeah, he's got us. That's it.
Yeah.
And his wife.
I want to be left alone by most.
Yeah.
So
like Larry, what drove you to attend this event, this fine venue?
Oh, neither of you were going, so that was a big bonus.
He's saying he had a chance.
No, I don't know. It was the proximity and the fact that I guess I wanted to go to a race, and I don't really want to. I like Thanksgiving activities at home more than. I will say I'm swaying a little towards going to Cleveland, but not really. I want to badly, but I don't want to actually do that. So
it's that victory, kid. It's that victory talking. You're like, I can do this shit again.
Yeah, I got the stank on my hang low, as they say.
Yeah.
But then it's a 12 scale-ish race, so. But I went just because of the proximity and the fact that I wanted to go to one race like this year, and I didn't know what else I was going to do. I may go to Nats if it's somewhere reasonable or whatever, but I'm over the snowbirds for now.
I think that itch last year.
What?
You scratched that itch last year?
Yeah, I might not catch the snowbird's herpes for another 5 to 10 years. Just have to scratch. So, and I mean, even the Winter Warrior, which isn't a very big race, I'm going to a Steeler game that weekend, so I can't go there. So I just wanted to hit something. And Donnie's track is nice, large. Donnie's hospitable, and there's hotels close, and some people were going. The 12 scale field was pretty good, and other than 3 or 4 people in, maybe 5 or 6 people in touring car, it was mostly locals and stuff, but it was fine. I got the race EA, so, and see how far I'm still off, which is good.
How far were you off in touring car?
I think I was like 3 seconds behind in qualifying or something.
Well, that's not horrible.
It's getting better, but I still still wasn't quite great, but
I mean, like carpet nets at his track, how far were you off there?
Like 6 seconds, maybe.
Yeah. So.
But I feel like to me that's kind of equal because it was his track. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, it was great to see you actually pull out the win in 17.5. And how's it feel to be back on the winner's circle?
I mean, I'm happy that I won. That's always fun,
Is it? Do you think there's any correlation that you didn't TQ that you won?
Potentially, maybe. Maybe, I don't know. I wanted to very badly, and I could have. I just failed miserably on the last few laps of that run that I could have TQ'd. The track was conducive to a lot of people running cleanly, which is always great because it makes for better racing and better qualifying and closer qualifying because there's not like some feature on the track that you either have to squeeze your nuts and just get lucky 35 times or whatever. So it made it more fun because you could go out and actually run clean runs and see where you were. And just small mistakes, like every curb is a tenth of a second, basically.
Yeah.
So
I think some of it was, and I looked at that run, and look, I'm your friend, and I'm just trying to be, it looked like if you look at your run, you're like 98.1,
yeah,
and like everyone else was like 98.6 or 5 or 7, and that was like
uh,
the difference.
yeah, that's not true. First of all,
Oh, and
I
that
can
last
guarantee.
qualifier was,
I think one person had a higher,
and
maybe
that was
two.
Nap.
Nap and yeah, but he was slower than me that run.
Oh,
Nap and Fabio. I think Fabio actually ran better that time than
yeah.
but yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, like FJ said,
No, you look
me
great. It
me
just,
me and you care about TQing, and people only really remember who wins. So I guess
yeah,
what are
yeah.
you gonna do?
TQing is. I've always contended TQing is much harder than winning.
I don't disagree, but that's because I've done it more than one. So
So Larry, I don't know if you ever watch F1, but you're like the Charles Leclerc of RC because he has more TQs and less wins than anybody in the field. It's crazy. So
yeah,
Hey, it's the talent.
yeah. You get four
I mean,
chances to TQ and only usually one chance to win. So
yeah,
yeah.
I think my favorite TQ of yours though has to be that one Halloween classic where you sent your shit underneath the stand and still beat everyone by 4 seconds.
yeah, that was after a terrible 3 weeks after I went to the IIC and did absolutely fucking terrible.
Mhm.
Like was in the C main or something with the same car.
Yep.
Um,
It was
so
O-rings that got you.
yeah, I don't know.
What
It
car
still
was this?
doesn't. It
Top.
was the first time I ran the top car on carpet, basically.
Yeah.
And which was weird because I built Denny's car and his car was fantastic, and I should have just driven it in 13.5 and I would have done much better because yeah. But shit happens. I lived and learned. Here I put in a lot of time in the last few weeks. I've been practicing on and off all summer, just trying not to have a 6 month break where I suck and then it takes me 3 months to get good again. And then I just put a lot of time in working on my shit and making sure it was good. And I was like, if I go here and I still am not really competitive and I'm just circulating in the mid to bottom of the pack in every class, I'm going to have to reframe my brain to be either okay with never winning again or and just going and being moderately okay, or maybe I can still do okay.
Yeah,
So
gentleman racing.
it was good to be competitive in at least one class, and I drove well in the other ones. I just didn't. I don't know. My 13.5 car was fine, but it just wasn't great, and my touring car was okay, but I played with a lot, and there was a lot of mixers even in the A sort, so it was hard to get a clean run in. But
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like the field of 21.5 cars was pretty small. I mean, there was like
yeah, yeah.
14 people, and then there was no 17.5. Uh, I think most of the people that ran touring car was I
It's
don't
like
even what, front wheel drive or some shit.
no,
No.
I mean there was like 20, 21 or two cars in touring. But the 12 scale fields, especially 13.5, was deep. I mean,
Oh
Christ,
yeah,
like Josh, no, not calling anybody out here, but Josh and Digger and Knapp were all on the B main. So they're all people that have won many races in 13.5. So that was, Josh was working it out. I understand, but it was pretty good. And even in stock, most of the people that were always fast were there. I guess a couple of the Minnesotans and you assholes weren't there, but you know, I don't know about too many other ones.
right. No, no. 12 scale was actually really good. Max came in
Yeah,
from Germany, former IFMAR world champion.
current
Now
actually,
current,
current,
current, yeah,
current.
current
Yeah,
IFMAR world champion,
I
and
still can't believe that son of a bitch put a fan on a 12 scale, and now we all do that.
I
It's
know it's
annoying.
kind of it's kind of lame,
Yeah.
but it seems necessary. And now you have people making fan mounts for the back of their car that force the air in the wrong direction, which
You
is
don't want that.
interesting.
It's
No,
like, let's put a boat anchor out of the back of my car and fuck it all up.
Yeah.
How do you know it doesn't work?
I've done enough dumb things, including having 1.5 bodies and the other half being in the back of a car, and it doesn't play out well. Let's put it that way.
From what
So
I
you-
understand, Nap has the fan pointing backwards with a hand wound motor in it. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, in the fan?
In the fan, yeah, the fan.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man. Anyway.
Well, I think the comment was after one like run, he's like, "Yeah, pretty good for not having a hand wound motor."
Well, we were sitting there, and I don't think I'm blowing up anybody's spot because it's well known. But we were sitting. Me and Nap were always the first ones up to the stand because we wanted our spots, and so we were sitting there. I don't know. It was after the first or second round before the race, and I said. He was showing me his motor, and I was like, "Oh, is that hand wound?" And he said, "Of course, it's from Jim." And I was like, "Well, that must be nice." So that's why I had to, mention it in the post-race interview that I didn't know I'd have to do until after I TQ'd. I'll be the first to admit, and I'm probably sorry for this, but I don't know that wasn't familiar with the mod RC people. I really didn't like. I guess I don't follow any races they did. I don't know.
They do a lot of off road, I think.
Yeah, they were cool. The guy was there. Everybody was nice and stuff. I didn't even know what they were, really.
Yeah. Jim Dieterwerk's motor are highly sought after artisan special wound motors. It's the artisan edition where there's only small batches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But roar legal.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
you just sound grumpy because you don't have one.
Unless he makes a 5.0, I don't know if I need one. Because that's my motor limit right now.
You can't. You're not man enough to run 4.5s.
Well, I don't need to run a 4.5.
Okay.
5.0's got all I need.
All the power you need.
Yeah. You only pull like this much anyway, so it's like.
I don't know. My speedo setup where I pull like this.
And that's why you're a savage.
No, I am a savage, and I had to make it work for savages, so that's okay. All right. So Larry, anyway, going back to this race, like, what is the one thing that you got pissed off? You're like, I could have done this, and that would have been the jam. Because you're driving home, you're thinking, oh man, I should have done this.
Oh yeah, you solve all your problems on the way home.
Yeah, I don't know really. I didn't have too many things that was like an epiphany on the way home. They're like, oh shit, I didn't do X, Y, or Z. I don't know. I probably could have. I will say this: since the entry count was down somewhat, 3 classes was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have time to really thank God something worked well, because I was scrambling to even get my shit ready between races.
Yeah.
So like my 12 scale 17.5 car, I built it. Sean set up with a little tweaks and whatever, put it on the track when I went up to practice 2 weeks ago there. I thought I personally thought it was going to be terrible at the race. Not terrible, but just like it didn't seem like it had for whatever was going on with the track at the time or whatever. I was kind of even thinking of bailing on that class. Glad I didn't. But that car worked great, and I literally didn't do a single thing to it all weekend. I put tires on it and checked the camber and changed gearing once, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Between the 4th round and the main, all I did was I didn't even check the camber because I didn't hit anything, so I just put tires on it and sent it. So I wish I could add more time more than anything to like play with more things. I wanted to make some damper changes to my touring car, but there was absolutely no way I could do that and still get them ready to go out. It was like race marshal, 30 minutes go race marshal.
Mm-hmm.
I had 2 heats. So it was just more time. I could have used more time, but it was nothing I could do. Probably would have forced me to just run one less class and then I could have potentially not ran the one that I actually won, which would have sucked. So.
That's why I say, put as many bullets in the gun and just send them. Worst case scenario.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do too much to my 13.5 car. I was just hoping I would randomly just get better at it, and that didn't. I mean, I sort of did. It didn't work so great.
Okay.
I even wanted to change motors at one point to put one of yours in that you sent, but I still didn't even. I was like, I gotta get a thing. Whatever. I'm just gonna see what happens.
Yeah, it did seem it was rather hectic, especially there wasn't a lot of. You couldn't really space anything because everything was just. There wasn't enough of a class to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the official entry count was, but it was still a decent entry.
650, 60 or something like that. But
yeah, I mean, it's still really good, but or good considering these days. But yeah, it was definitely. It seemed like you guys are running at a breakneck pace, just especially with 3 classes.
We lost Larry. Somebody called him probably. What I'd recommend though is you should start running 3 classes at a local club show, and then you get good at it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that what you did this weekend?
I did. I ran 3 classes.
You crazy animal.
10 heats.
Huh?
3 classes, 10 heats.
How'd you even survive? You were just getting all the fixes in. You were just taking that needle and just shoving it fucking deep. You haven't raced an RC car in like 4 months.
2?
Yeah. You're like, I need all of it.
Yeah. I only had to have Brian Bodine uncamberify an 812 once on me.
Oh, yeah?
It was like, I just need less front camber. I didn't know what was wrong with it at the moment, but I was like, this thing's bananas. So we had a problem with the rug, and we a seam came up, and so cars were launching themselves.
Oh, nice.
So we had to rerun. I was racing in race 6, 8, and 10. And race 6 was 12 scale, and we had to restack up 12 scale to run it as basically race 11.
Okay.
And I had no time to work on that quick enough. So.
Right.
But anyway. Did
he do the question that I did to you? Do you want 2 or 1? Because you got both.
No. But the answer would always be, if you want less, you just get less. So 2 is always not the right answer. Whatever. So, Larry, did somebody call you?
No. I was looking at something, and I didn't realize that you wouldn't be able to hear me too. Did you not hear me?
We heard nothing. Yeah,
I could hear you. I could hear you, which is interesting.
You went totally fucking black.
That's fine. I'm not that exciting, so it's fine.
Yeah, no,
you are. We think you're great.
Oh, lovely.
Let's see. Yeah.
The big guy one. Anyway.
Well, I'm sending him a bunch of 12 scale shit today. So, yeah.
you know what's gonna happen, right? This shit ain't gonna work anywhere else,
that's okay. That's fine. That's just one less thing I have to build.
Yeah, I mean, you guess you could, tweak it.
Yeah, I mean, trust me. When I go to Beachline and bounce it off the fucking 2x4s there, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So Larry, one of the things I saw on your setup sheet for the 12 scale car that is posted online now, was you took the electronic plate, the little carbon plate, and then
Is what you got out of it?
Now, hold on.
I know. I thought it was going to be a setup thing. He's asking me the dumbest question.
Yes, it is.
All right. Anyway, so you took the plate, you mounted it up, and then you cut the plate down.
So I mounted stuff on it, and then I took it all off. I marked it, and then I took it all off, and I kind of cut it, so it didn't look like it was huge and shitty.
Bat wings just fucking sticking around.
Yeah.
I
did that. Yeah, I don't know. I figured it was unnecessary weight and also just ugliness. So yeah, I did that to my last one and my old car too. Both of them before.
See that I do like where he rolls up down there with Troy. He's in the basement. He's got Troy Polamalu in the background there, and he's fucking. He's just rolled up a nice one, and whoa.
I'm trying to. It's actually. It's TJ Watt. It's
Oh,
we got it for the draft party we had. It's a
it
full
kind of looks
size.
like Palomalu, but
It's
whatever.
full size
Palomalu.
stand up. That I don't know what to
TJ
do
Watt.
with now. Yeah,
Okay.
that
Eh,
I just sitting there for probably the next 10 years.
all right. So he goes into the Steeler cave, and he just kind of, he crawls and he gets, he gets the right space mentally, and then he just crawls inside the car,
Yeah.
and he's just like, what am I gonna do? Like, what can I do different or better? I like that. I like that a lot. Hey, when you get a car you think is kind of good, or like, you really want to put some effort in it, that's what happens. I don't think you've ever done that. Like, you've never like crawled inside the car, FJ, and like, this is I
I'm
need
gonna.
I
how
did.
can I massage this thing to make it just that little bit better?
I did it to that front wheel drive car this week.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a waste of fucking time. Perfect.
I put stickers on a body.
I saw that.
See,
How was the hot hat hatch goodness?
from the very first battery pack, I didn't touch anything other than just make sure the ride height was correct.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
it was awesome, huh?
Yeah. So the only thing that wasn't so awesome, but there is some hope that we're going to have solutions for it soon, was the arms have like an insert at the end of the arm that then holds the hub. Let's just call it a hub. And although it's like a funny hub that I don't think any of us have seen before, that insert that held the spindle part was made of plastic, like 3D printed stuff. So I broke 2 of them, but other than that, it wasn't that bad. So, but
So you did touch the car.
yeah, I had to. Things broke. So, and then what I broke it like before, like within the first hour. But the car was so good, I was just like, all right, well, screw it. I'll pull out a 12 scale and start running that. Because I was like, I got the parts. I'll just go put some more parts on and then run it again. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that little car was really interesting. So, because it has the steering servo is on it like a 12 scale. And, so the acronym of that car is very different than any other touring car. So,
Oh, okay. How do you like the lay down shocks in the back?
I don't know. I didn't like the shocks, period, but like it just because they're shocks.
Yeah.
But the lay down part was fine. It has like little rockers and cams.
Yeah.
And it seemed okay.
Okay.
So I bought like, $100 of springs that I didn't run yet. I didn't try yet. I just, ran the kit stuff. And then it was so good. I was like, I don't even know what to change. So I don't know. I have to work.
You look like you lapped everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was that now were they running actual USGT cars or were they running front wheel drive too?
It was one 4-wheel drive car and everyone else was a front wheel drive car.
No, okay.
So I think front wheel drive is an interesting class. We tried it a long time ago, like in 18 or something, when the first Awesome Axe one came out. It was fun, but whatever. You need people who are racing.
I remember we had the conversation here on this podcast, and I'm like, you were like, Pro 10's fucking life, and I'm like, no, front wheel drive, asshole. And you're like, no, Pro 10, kid. Pro 10's going to be the rule of the world. It's going to be the funster class of all funster classes. And who's the asshole with front wheel drive now?
Yeah.
Told you. Yeah.
Anyway.
Larry's like, I don't know.
He's like, who cares about this? So Larry, what's next on your racing agenda?
I don't know. I do want to. I built a buggy.
Did you ever run it?
It's like a $10,000 blacked out B7 that has never. I did run it on a carpet track with no jumps, just because I was like, I need to run this thing on something. So First State Hobbies, which is, I shouldn't be promoting them because I'm probably going to be kicked out of there as soon as I go. But they finally, after having the carpet down for a full year, yes, the carpet. They posted a picture of the carpet being down, and it's a full size track. It's 100 by 50. It's been down since October of last year. Never run a lap on it.
And I think the guys out in Ohio helped put a subfloor down for that place.
Possibly.
Yeah.
They finally opened like this weekend or last weekend. to allow racing on it. So
What's taking them so long?
if you ask, they yell at you.
They
No,
yell
that
at
just
them.
means they're angry about it. That's all.
Yes, they say. Well, like somebody asked yesterday, when are we gonna? Because I guess they had a buggy race this weekend. When's the next buggy race? And the guy that runs the place's response was, whenever I post the schedule, you'll know. Like they're very. I asked the question like this was like 6 months ago. When just when do you guys think you're gonna race? I see the carpet's been down for like 6 months, and I got this long diatribe about how asking them questions is fucked up. It was a whole thing, and so I had to respond like, guys, I've been racing RC cars for 35 years. I'm more concerned that most RC tracks are one, not profitable, and two, come and go all the time. And I'm just concerned that you have $10,000+ invested in a subflooring carpet and are getting no return on your money right now. So, like, excuse me for asking when I can come spend money at your track, but like, it is a little concerning that this track's just sitting there and nobody's running on it. And then the guy must have realized that he was not talking to an idiot, and he deleted his post. But from what I understand, there's already people banned from there for asking questions about it, and that's a little
sounds like
bizarre.
it's going to have a lot of longevity. I would
Well,
probably get that buggy on.
well, listen, and I don't want to disparage them too much, but when they opened, this was like 6 years ago. They had I didn't know how big the track was. It ended up being like 40 by 40 or something, like a tiny-ish track. I I was thought maybe they'd run carpet. It was before I even took my time off, and I just like sent them a message like, "Hey guys, if you know, I just wanted to introduce myself. Like I live in Drip, Philly. If you need any help with anything, I'd be more than willing to help you. I've been around the block a bit. Just if you need any advice or anything, I don't know how new you are to this whole deal." And they basically told me to fuck off in not so many words. So I was like, all right, well, this is.
So are these like Italians that are trying to launder money, or what the
I,
fuck?
dude, I wonder. I don't know. I probably already banned from having this conversation, which I will, that'll cause a problem.
It could turn around. Like Mangler, put his heart on his sleeve talking about heroes a few 2 months ago, and now like he has a heroes tattoo. I hear he's doing heroes war games, and he helps them change track layout. So
Well,
what happened?
I'm hoping when I go there, the guy won't be as much of an asshole, and he'll be charmed by my very soothing and calming personality.
Your 6'7" frame.
Maybe he'll just ask you when Han Solo is going to show up.
Whatever. If he has a sense of humor, that would be a start. So needless to say, I'd go there in the next couple weeks, and then I'm going to probably just hit the random 180 in Park Lane until I figure out the next race I'm going to go to. I'm waiting to hear about the Nats, which I've heard some rumors. Not going to just give up any rumors here because they could just be that rumors, but there's a few choices or a few pieces that may have entered. Hopefully, maybe if you guys are going to go, maybe we'll all go. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to go to a race that you idiots are going to. That'd be nice, because one of the reasons I spent $1 billion and got back into it was to hang out with you, and now you're both fucking wasting your money on D mains and then Hanny had a kid, so that's a different story. But
hey, I'm gonna win the D main at the Worlds, motherfucker. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I was thinking of proposing. I don't know. I don't post much on social media about RC, but like a contest to rank where every American is going to finish, and then for every point away from that position, or every position away, you get a point, and whoever wins something gets something. I don't know. Or we all could put in money or something, because it'll really piss everyone off. If you're not like voting for Sam to make the A or G to win or something. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That would be interesting.
RC betting. That could also be RC fucking with people.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally have. I've had this idea and instituted, and I copyrighted on this podcast years ago, so no one steals it. But yeah, I think that they should have RC betting, and that you can. It's like fucking horse racing. You can do every heat, win, place, and show, or trifectas, and
We
fucking
could
whatever.
start a new website called No Fansdole.
Yeah, exactly. Copyright Larry Fairtrace, Mangler and FJ, RC Trackhouse Podcast,
Yeah.
11.
This
10,
is
15.
exactly what happens generally in California, or it's usually started by Mark Dawson. They're trying to take like bets on the side of the track all the time. Well,
I mean, I think, I mean, if we want to take RC racing to the fucking mainstream, that's how you do it. You fucking start betting on this shit.
no, I think you
'Cause
first
there's
what
degenerates
exists.
out there that will fucking bet on anything. And if they can just figure out, there's a way, and then there'd be like Sam's getting 10,000 under the table just to fucking lose a race and shit. Like it'd be like like Goodfellas.
Is it 10,000 pesos? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah, yeah.
Whatever, or maybe it was $10, but yeah.
There you go.
I think Sam has more dignity than throw a race for $10, but 10,000, you might fucking pique his interest.
I don't know. Hard to say. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, Larry, I hope your B7 adventure goes well. Did you by chance ask Kyle what weight oil you should put in your diff?
No.
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 Okay.
I'll never ask a Klingfirth for anything again. I almost did not buy the B7 simply because it was designed by Kyle. But when upon further investigation, it was basically one of two choices for easily available parts, an X-Ray or a B7. And whenever I looked at the cost of, considering I don't know if I'm ever going to race this thing, of like replacing 3 steering parts on a X-Ray, it was like $120 with aluminum ones and like 40 with B7. I was like, I'll go with the cheaper version now, just because I may be banned from this place before I set foot in there. So
yeah, sounds likely. But hey, there's a lot of like indoor off-road places.
Not really around here though.
Well, there's one in York, isn't there? Right?
Yeah, but I don't want to tell you that's not a no. It's not indoors. I don't think.
Yeah, it is.
What about 997?
Fuck that. That's like 3.5 hours from here. I ain't
Oh,
driving 3.5
alright.
hours. I'm talking proximity, bro. I'm going only close places.
Yeah.
Like the Delaware place is like an hour from here, and it's a full size track.
Mhm.
So I wish they ran like on road there, but that ain't gonna happen.
They're never gonna run on road?
No.
Oh.
They had like 40 people ask them if they were gonna run oval, and they basically said no.
Okay.
Hey, Larry, Bussy's late to the party here. He's
I believe he sat near me, so he heard me ranting about this
okay.
for a period on like Thursday.
Okay. All right. So needless to say, he's just baiting you. Sounds
yes, yeah, exactly.
You and what's his face that lives in Delaware?
Roland.
Roland.
Yeah,
yes.
Roland. Well, Roland and I were discussing getting cars like last year there, and we still were confused as to why they had a perfectly laid down carpet track on a subfloor, which I don't understand why they need a subfloor if they're never going to run.
Or if you're going to run off road.
Exactly. If they're never going to run on road, why do you need a fucking subfloor?
Right. Well, they had that.
Maybe a way to waste more money for their laundering.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, I begs the question of the off-road track they built here in North Tampa that is now no longer racing at the Hobby Town. They lasted all of 2 months, and so
perfect.
Yeah, great. Moved into a Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh God,
gorgeous,
huge, massive, indoor off-road track, everything. Yeah, we're leaving. We're done.
Now, are they leaving? Are they closing?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they probably got the first like rent bill, and they're like, oh, we can't pay this.
Or air conditioning bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a Bed Bath and Beyond can't make it, what do you think you guys are going to do?
No way. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the full story, obviously, but that it's just like, like they're like, yeah, you can go and practice if you want because it's here and we're still open for a little bit longer, but we're not gonna have any races. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I don't.
But, Larry, what'd you think of the guy who was announcing the race at 360? He
So
came in last minute.
Knapp and I had this discussion. We did like the fact that he called out lap times a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That was which.
Oh, that wasn't what's his face?
No.
Well, it wasn't Tim.
It
Tim
actually sounded like Al Sedano a little bit on the mic, but
no, who's the guy that always did the announcing? The tall guy.
Oh, Valdez.
No.
Yeah.
No. You didn't
I
hear
thought that
any
was
of his
him.
catchphrases.
There was no squeeze.
No.
And like I don't know, whatever the other catchphrase.
Oh, I thought that's who that was.
No.
Oh. Okay.
He was like some off-road announcer from Long Island or something.
Island, yeah.
But he did announce a lot of lap times and paces, which I will say a lot of the announcers at big races do not seem to do that much anymore. But he was fine. I didn't have a problem with him at all. He was low on energy in practice and stuff, but like once racing started, it was fine.
He didn't.
You don't need a lot of energy for practice.
He didn't dress anyone down and make them like almost lose a lap, did they?
No. Okay. He was very friendly.
All right. Well, Mangler wasn't there, so you never know.
That's true.
I mean, I bring out the best in people. What can I say? I mean, okay, fuck it. You're gonna do dumb bullshit shit. You're gonna get fucking dumb bullshit.
Harry's gone again. So yes, there he is, back again.
Someone called me this time. I don't know who it is.
If you live in the state of Florida, you're now getting phone calls from people looking to buy your house for cash. The vultures are circling. They're trying to pick up fucking cheap hurricane damaged houses.
Did you tell them you had a Honda for sale?
Yeah, I did.
on a note about that, I listened to last week's podcast. Is Laura, my wife, her car got flooded one year. It just happened to be sitting in a low-lying area of the road, and then
No, we fucking lost Larry.
He'll come back.
He always does. He thought we thought he was out, and now he's back.
Yeah.
He's winning races.
Yeah, who would have thought?
And like I said, he's good for another 3 years at least.
3?
Yeah, he's gonna keep him around at least 3 years. Yeah, that's what it does. This is what this fucking hobby does to you.
So by using that math, that means you're good till February of 27?
Probably, yeah.
Or is it 26? No, February of 26.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Now someone was calling me about my food order.
Yeah, that was important. So
that was important.
Yeah.
So where'd you get food from?
Just some pizza place.
Angela's? No.
No, they don't deliver. What was I talking about? Something.
Laura's car.
Oh yeah. It was sitting in a low area of the road, and I guess the drainage ditch was clogged or something. And she went to go take it to the grocery store one day after it rained really hard, and she called me and she's like, "My car is in the grass up against another car," and I was like. What's going on? Did you go in it? She's like, yeah, it's all wet and smelly. And she fires it up and drives it to the up the street. I'm like, bring it up here. And yeah, I opened the center console, and there was fucking papers floating in it. And she drove it to work the next day, and then we called the insurance company, and they totaled it, obviously.
Yeah.
And then a month later, we drove by the same area. And during a heavy rainstorm, and there was literally just 2 cars floating around in that area.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Philly. Fix the drains.
They did shortly after that. Somebody bitched about it, but we just, whatever. Yeah. That was in 2004, so it was a while ago.
Keep your house. Just don't forget to turn.
Mm-hmm.
I never forget to turn marshal.
Just no one turn marshals after practice and on road. That's an off road.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Like, and the thing is like everybody was fucking bitching about it. I'm the only one who took a fucking stand like a man. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, you're so butthurt. It's ridiculous.
I don't give a shit, but it's fun to talk about.
All right. Anyway, so what else is happening, Larry?
What are you going to the world? I'm going to ask you a question.
I was in deliberations about it. We had a conversation earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the conversation went something like, if you're going to be at the track for 12 hours, I don't need to be in a town that I don't want to go to, and then have to deal with an environment that I don't know, blah blah blah, yada yada. So I think that means is I'm going, but
By yourself,
solo. So, but I
I will say I think Jamie's smart, because that sounds like a nightmare for anybody that doesn't race RC cars, to go to Bakersfield, California, with a newborn and figure it out for no reason.
I don't know, but I have to say, like, I was out of the house on Saturday. I left at let's say 7:30, and I got home let's say 7:30, so 12 hours effectively. And it was really nice to see my little girl when I was home. So
Oh yeah, you actually missed her?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Well, good for you, dude.
Mm-hmm. So.
I mean, how much did you think about it when you were wrenching on your 12 scale? And
like over the course of 12 hours, 3 times. That was about it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for you, I think.
Probably when you were scrubbing your hands in the bathroom, and like,
I didn't go to the bathroom.
I don't have to scrub poop out of my fingernails.
Yeah. The crazy things have changed in the world of Zoe in the last week or so.
Okay.
Like, she basically poops once a day, maybe twice a day, and it is the largest, scariest poops you've ever seen.
So if she takes after her father, does this happen around 6:30 in the morning?
I wish, dude. Then you could time them. They're more around 3 to 5 p.m.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Massives, huh?
Yeah. And just so you know, Larry, I'm on a schedule now of I just go whenever, but it's about 60 or 36 to 40 hours, in case you were really interested.
Huh.
So I am worried because I don't want to have a John Tag episode.
No, nobody wants anything to
so
do with
that story a long time ago really scared the hell out of me. And so if it ever goes a period of 48 hours where I haven't pooped, I'm contemplating maybe I need an enema or something, because
So what I don't know this story.
The rumor has it that he went to Texas Day, Brazil, and then blew out his colon, and perforated his colon or something.
And he didn't shit for a week.
Yeah.
From
eating too much meat.
Yeah.
Okay, so it bound him up, and he didn't poop for a week. And I mean, I think as older gentlemen, that is a thing you need to worry about.
You got to stay hydrated.
Well, I mean, if it takes a couple days and you don't poop, you need to start getting worried. I'm just saying.
You know what will fix that? Hot sauce. Hot sauce fixes a lot of things like that. Or street meat.
No.
Street meat.
Yeah. No. Well, first off, I would never eat street meat. That's fucking disgusting. That's some New York bullshit that you do. And
delicious.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. And then secondly, hot sauce, no effect. No. I don't even know what sets off my gut. Sometimes it does. I don't even know what it is. I'm glad we're talking about shit right now. I mean, this is some real stuff. I mean, this is what people deal with every day. This is real world stuff right here.
Yeah, we're turning into The View.
Now, what's Mangler's going to say? Who's this person? Because he watches The View.
I don't watch The View, but I know that they talk about real life
Joy
things.
Behart's the bomb. What are you talking about? Whoopi, Joy. I don't know who else is on there. They kicked a couple of them off.
Okay.
Uh, uh.
All right. So few more fun questions, Larry.
All right.
So there was a few new cars in the 12 scale arena at this event.
Okay.
So we had the X, which kind of it had the mop out. It was sweeping it up. All right.
And because of that,
No, don't even. We don't have to hype anything. People already can figure that one out. So moving on. Next, then there was a new X-ray car, which maybe only one guy had.
Yeah, I looked at Kevin's car for a second, and to tell you the truth, I have no idea what any fucking X-ray 12 scale looks like, so I didn't pick up nuances on that.
Okay. And then there was a new CRC car.
I did have Nap's car in my hand. I don't know what I mean. I asked one question: Are these Awesomatics front springs? And he said yes. So somebody was running pink fronts.
Okay.
Other than that, it looks like a carbon car, which is weird to me these days. But yeah, I mean, I didn't, again, not pay too much attention to anything. And then there was Josh's car, right?
Yeah, Josh's whole new brand.
Yeah.
what's that?
Accelerate.
Okay.
And
Headley.
I didn't notice too much there. I mean, I held Johnny's car in my hand for a minute, and I thought that I don't like all the purple, so I put it down.
Okay.
But
Sorry about that.
So unfortunately I don't have much recon or much good info on any other cars. I was Mangler this weekend. I was locked in, working, trying to get something
Head
done.
down, elbows up, just fucking getting it at it.
Yeah. Talking shit while I was working. That's all.
Respect.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I did tell the story when Ralph Morello was having trouble setting his camber.
Yeah.
About how Mangler looked like he was going to smash his car like Godzilla at some point in the Nats a few years ago. But yeah,
Dude, fucking setting camber on an X-ray on an Alsamax, I mean, is just fucking dumb. It's like of all this shit he could have fucking fixed. That would
I don't have any problem. I have zero.
Did you see the pit board that I got? Like where it has a hole at the bottom and a hole at the top? It makes it so much simpler, dude.
No, it's stupid.
Okay, well,
now the best thing is Larry actually had the idea
here.
was make his mic doing the marks. That helps a lot.
There's
Actually.
3 people here. 2 people are like, it's not that bad, and 1 complains a lot. So think about it.
Oh, you guys are masochists and enjoy the fucking agony and pain of fucking trying to set camber.
Frankly, I think we should just make every track like Donnie's, and you don't have much to hit, so you don't have to set camber too often.
Well, there you go. That'd be nice.
That was lovely.
Yeah, so you had some curb thing, I heard.
Yeah, I think well, he said that FJ would have TQ'd the Worlds if they didn't have curbs. So, but he did say that they were similar to the ones they used at the Worlds, I guess.
Well, fuck them. So there was the little drift things.
Yeah, they're just little tiny curbs.
They're like little rails, and they're red and white.
They're all white. They're all white.
Okay. Yeah, I hate those fucking things.
I don't know why. You can literally drive right over them. You can.
Yeah, they're fine.
They did not bother me one bit. You hit them and you lose a tenth, but other than that, they don't really even do anything to your car.
I don't know. My only experience is them spinning me out.
Well, they may be different then, because I didn't see very many, if any, cars spinning out on them all weekend. But there was also the layout was fantastic. Just the actual layout and the makeup of the boards and the everything. It was one of the best races I've been to with that situation. Easy on bodies as well.
The one thing I do hear is it's probably going to be the same or a very similar version of that layout next year.
That's fine. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it did promote good racing, so that's what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took about 58 bodies and only ruined a half a one because somebody stepped in the sweeper when I was practicing, and I hit their foot. Other than that, like, there was no damage to anything, which was lovely. And Bussy will agree, I'm sure. He said he brought 4 bodies and didn't damage any of them. So.
And hey, I know we weren't necessarily talking about him, but we didn't even do much of a review of the whole race because we had a special guest. But Senor Bussy, he did very well in Mod Touring Car this weekend.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I was impressed. I'm like, I need the setup. Like, don't know why, but I just want to see it.
The setup's already posted. He sent it Sunday night.
Posted where?
Osmax USA.
Oh, what's there? I didn't even know there's stuff there. Fucking, I mean, I don't know. Like, so hard to find shit these days. I go to Pettit RC. That's where I get all my setups.
You can do that. Would it be better if we put the setups like on like YouPorn? Would that be better?
No, that has nothing to do with anything.
Like, for Mangler, you got to put him on Fox News.
No, fuck you.
What if it was Foxy News? Would that be better?
That might be better.
No, fuck you both.
Yeah, but what other fun things can we talk about? Like, let's try to do an actual summation of the event. So, Mod 12 scale, that was like a good race for like 2 or 3 people, right?
Yeah. Well, it was the old. 3 people were fast, and then everybody else was in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good though. I didn't watch too much of. Like I said, I was head down, and since there was little time in between races, like I probably watched a total of 5-6 other races the whole weekend. So I did watch the main of 12 scale mod, and I was marshalling the main of touring mod. Kevin continued his streak, and Kemp could not get around him cleanly and didn't take him out, so he got second. It was 2 TQ'd and there was like, since the track was so easy, or not easy, but you didn't blow yourself up. It was nearly impossible to wait for somebody to fuck up and blow themselves up. So.
Maybe do you think the track has enough like, so like you guys probably didn't pick up on this, but NASCAR was racing at the Roval at Charlotte this weekend, and so they changed the layout at the NASCAR race to produce like a situation where cars can go like multi-car wide into a 180. Do you think there was enough like passing opportunities?
Yeah, there's definitely places to pass. I saw a bunch of people getting past going onto the straight, and in the 180s there was if you would 12 scale, if you drove on the dots they had, well, they were like vinyl
curbs.
No, they were a version of ice, but I don't think actual ice. You could pass on there if you wanted to throw it in there. On touring, if you drove on them, you were actually faster because it was like the ones at 180 that kind of everybody drives on, and your tires squeal on them, and it helps you rotate. But in 12 scale, it kind of could slow you down, but it also could, if you hit it right and you used it correctly, you could get around somebody there. It wasn't any worse or better than any track for passing. It was just more fun to drive on, and there was less opportunities for you to wait for somebody to fuck up themselves, which was fine. It made qualifying more important for the most part. I got lucky because I was trying to get around Knapp, and he hit a curb and spun sideways a little bit, and I didn't lift. I was waiting for them to either tell me to pull over and wait for them or continue to go. And
did you hit him?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it was his fault. I mean, he got up on a curb and spun sideways and was going to go into the wall or bounce off the wall, and I didn't lift, but I saw it happen. And they reviewed it during the race and said it was fine. And even Frank came up to me afterwards and was like, they didn't even have to review it. It was fine. So.
It was just less forward drive. And like,
I was an inch from his bumper, so.
The whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you fuck up and somebody's an inch from you in 12 scale, it's not your fault.
So your 12 scale stock car, that had the inline axles on it, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know that makes you very happy.
It does, because I can actually tell when folks have that inline because the cars drive different. Like you're running different lines and the guys are trailing axle.
I guess it didn't feel like down at the Snowbirds. My car did not feel as good as this. Driving it was not as normal of a. It was a little different feeling. Here, it did not feel that way. It felt like a good 12 scale car what normally drives, which I don't know what that's. Different cars, so I have no idea. But yeah.
I mean, how was the bite level, you think?
It was, good, I guess. I don't know.
More than Snowbirds, obviously.
Yeah, I would say.
Or just different?
More, probably.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Did you have to glue any less or more?
What in 12 scale?
Yeah.
Less, but maybe same, I guess. Just the basically the whole sidewall with like a tiny little bit off the top.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I ran tires this weekend. I grabbed 2 bags of tires. One was a set of rerun blue greens, and one was a set of rerun magenta pinks. And like I had almost no glue on my fronts. So
Well, yeah, you had no bite.
yeah.
There was some people dabbling in a lower amount of glue, as far as what I understood, but I did not. Like I said, I didn't want to change anything. It was working out. I just kept going until I was going to be slow.
Right. The thing is, like, I think the A12 probably lends itself more to not running glue than almost any car that I know of. There's several times where I don't run glue with that car, and can make it work. I mean, I pretty much made it work at Worlds for almost fucking 3 days, but
Yeah.
maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it was the Snowbirds. I can't remember now.
No, I think you were on no glue for a
No,
while.
it was the Nats, and then you got mad because we were running no glue, and you were, and then you had to.
Yeah, that was fucking stupid. Like, I'm the one who started the no fucking glue trend at Nationals, and you guys are like, okay, no glue, and then all of a sudden I have to run glue, and you guys don't. Like, what the fuck?
He sounds bitter.
Yeah.
No, it's just annoying.
So, Larry, silly question: Were you gluing your TC tires?
No.
Perfect.
I haven't glued my TC tires since I came back. I did one time. I'll take that back. At Park Lane, the one time they had a bunch of people, I had to glue some. But that carpet's not really glued down in any way. It's just like laid there, so I think it stretches and creates ridiculous amounts of grip.
So you recommend Park Lane as your test bed of choice?
No, because it's nowhere has grip like that anymore. I mean, it's fine. I will say it did not. Just the setups don't really transfer over to a track like Donnie's because Park Lane's very small and it's like mostly 180s and like on off, whatever. And Donnie's was more like sweeping turns and trying to carry corner speed in a sweeping turn, rounded turn kind of way instead of like a 180.
All right.
Practice is practice though, so it didn't hurt.
No.
And it's close to my house.
That's how far is Park Lane from you?
40 minutes.
Oh, that's beautiful. Too bad they don't race there more often.
They do every weekend now, but it's just not in the summer. They do like mini Z on the track and shit like that.
Yeah. So are you unboxing? What'd you get?
Food. I'm unboxing my food.
Oh,
I didn't think I'd be on for an hour, but that's fine. I mean, you guys can go talk about the race now if you want.
All right. Well, we'll let you enjoy your food. Can you show us the pie you got?
It's just fries and various other things. There's no pizza.
No pizza.
No.
Okay. All right.
He has some access to pizza. He doesn't.
Remember, I was in New York for 4 days, so we had our fill of pizza there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's very understandable. Okay. Last thing. We'll let you go.
Okay.
What's the best place to eat when you're at 360?
Not Texas Roadhouse because we went there twice.
That's fine. No. Nowhere in this fucking world is Texas Roadhouse a good choice?
I know. I didn't. Because I wanted to go to a pizza place that's called like Johnny's or something, but I didn't get to go because I was going to go on one of the race days, but there wasn't enough time in between rounds or races, and then we ordered a couple Pelham pizza twice. The place me and you went, Mangler.
Oh yeah, yeah. That place is awesome.
Yeah, everybody likes this place called Fratelli's, but I got chicken parm from there, and I thought it was dog shit. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I have different standards, but everybody
They're
else seems
good
to love it.
standards.
Yeah, well, that's debatable depending on who you are.
So, well, I mean, I'm sure any of those places were better than fucking Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, well, that was all that was open at 10 o'clock when we were getting done. So
Well, Taco Bell's around the corner, I guess.
we did eat. We did eat Taco Bell the first night after races, after practice. I got some nacho cheese burrito tacos. They were delicious.
Nice.
But by the time we got back to the hotel, they were kind of like I needed a spoon. They kind of were a little falling apart, but it's all right.
God.
Still
all right. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you,
Yeah,
Jim.
man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last question. How is the new hotel?
Fine, close-ish, but I mean it was only like a mile away. But the parking is weird. You have to valet, and the valet only opens at like 8 o'clock or something, and you have to be in there by midnight. So that's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
The other, otherwise it was just a small room that was new, so that was fine.
There was no discotheque underneath it.
No disco.
No.
All right. Hey, Larry, great seeing you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, man.
Bye.
Bye.
So,
surprise.
Surprise. Yeah. Look at you.
I know. I'm thoughtful.
Picking things up.
Yeah. I figured you would enjoy that.
Yeah. He had a good weekend, such that he called me on the way home.
Yeah.
That's how I know he was jazzed about what happened. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So, do you have any takeaways from the NYGP? Anything that you thought was good? Like my personal thing, and the thing I sent to Donnie was, I was like, "Holy shit! You guys did a great job with all the coverage." Like, he had 2 different media teams there. It's crazy. So
it was great. I mean, I sat here, worked on my shit, watched some of the racing. We had a hurricane, so there wasn't a lot going on. So, kind of did a little of that, and so yeah, it was nice. Hurricane outside, 360 live, wrenching on RC cars. So, can't complain there. But no, it was a great race. It did make me get a little motivated to run 12 scale. I will say, like I had like. If you would have talked to me last Monday, Tuesday, I'm like, fuck 12 scale. Like I'm good. And then I watched that and I'm like, I want to run 12 scale when I'm done. Okay. So, so in any case, but yeah, I was definitely not interested in the 12 scale. But now I'm like, oh, okay. I'm starting to pay attention now, put it that way. Yeah. So, which is always good. We'll see what happens. I think the first race would probably be in January, but
for 12 scale for you,
yeah, I mean, there's nowhere to run it, right? So, yeah. There is rumor though, that they're going to build a carpet track in Miami. Yeah. So obviously more money laundering going on down there.
Yeah, a lot of cocaine.
Yeah. But no, it's Miami Hobbies or some shit. I don't fucking know. And they have a drift track, they have a mini Z track, and they have a crawler course. So they got the funsters covered.
Yeah.
And now they're going to put it in a carpet track.
Is that the place that Felix has been going to drift at?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Has Felix been running any like normal 10 scale, or is he just drifting?
I haven't seen him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him either. That's why I was asking.
No, I think he's supposed to come to Nuggets next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Felix is going to Worlds. Do you?
No. So that's probably why he doesn't really care, because he's not going. So he's probably not. He doesn't really want to race. He doesn't know where. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I
I
get
mean, I think if he was going to the Worlds, he probably would be running a lot more.
Mhm.
And he would have been wearing out Coral Springs.
Yeah, probably.
So anyway, but so you went racing for the first time in 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you like satisfied?
Yeah, it was great. I had a good time. So
You got your ass handed to you in 12 scale. What was going on there?
I was
You're like 6 laps off the pace, man.
running wacky setups.
Yeah.
And then I had some sort of issue where I would basically smash a board and my steering would lock on me.
Oh,
I don't know why.
what's that?
What do you mean?
Is that the baby monitor?
No, it was a phone call ring. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, no, but like the steering would jam.
Hmm.
I've never had that, but I was also running like a mill of droop in the front. So
Oh,
I was
do it.
doing crazy stuff. So
Yeah. Why all the droop?
because I put so many shims in it and had a lot of droop, and I was like, fuck it, let's just try it.
Yeah.
That's all.
How'd it work out for you?
I don't know, it was all right. It kept on getting faster, so that's good.
Yeah. Low grip usually high droop works.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like,
When I teach snowbirds, I had a shit ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it basically, it felt like the car, the first time I really ran it competitively. Well, the first battery pack on the car was Q1. All right. So that's always good.
Oh, yeah.
And
this is your new X?
Yeah. So,
Is this the one that you took 2 months to build?
Yeah. And I finished putting the electronics in there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the funny part was, if it had like an extreme amount of looseness on exits,
mm-hmm.
and it didn't turn the corner. It didn't get in the corner at all. So I first figured out the looseness on exits thing, and then I tried to figure out the cut in the corner. And, those got closer. I think if I would just take the droop out of the car now, it might actually get fast.
Right.
So that's what I will do. The next time I run, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to run.
That'll be?
It could be this Saturday. Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I'm hoping to do something on Saturday, whether it's CTAC or I might go run practice.
Okay.
We'll see.
So Mama was okay for 12 hours while you were out racing?
Yes, dude, she's a champ. And, thankfully the baby isn't like a train wreck. So,
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That bodes well for you.
I think it bodes well for everybody. Not just me, everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The kid sleeps like 8 hours consistently at night right now.
Okay.
And then there's like a few hour window before that. And then generally after she wakes up, there's another 2 to 4 hour window after that. So a lot of sleeping.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And then
I think you're doing well.
And then
I don't know. But
when she's awake, all we're basically doing is feeding her the entire time almost.
Right.
She's drinking so much.
Right.
Like 30 ounces of fluid throughout the day. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, and
I think things are going very well.
Yeah. But I really had fun running touring car. That was good.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
What's that?
Where'd you get the touring car from?
It was the car I ran at Snowbirds.
Oh, okay. You still had that.
Yeah. I kept one car alone. All I did was I removed the shocks from it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I put it on the shelf and I said, "Don't touch it."
Okay.
And so that was my 21.5 car. And I built like cider shocks for it the night of. And I just used the big oil that I've been running, 900 front, 1,000 rear.
Uh-huh.
But I did the like Eric Jones and style of hard spring, but type 2.
Okay.
And then they're also doing PSS 15 in the front, 25 in the rear. I did that.
Okay.
But they're running progressive dampening. I'm running linear dampening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not about that progressive dampening life.
Okay.
So
Maybe not just in the front.
I just said I don't fucking need it. It's fine, you know.
Okay.
But honestly, I felt like this was one of the better cars that I've driven on carpet, and I couldn't tell you what any of the suspension settings are. I can tell you what the shocks are because I did those.
Right.
I can tell you the ARS change that I made. I can tell you the motor mount, how it is, and I can tell you the top decks are on it. Other than that, I have no clue what shim, what thing, blah, blah, blah. Zero clue.
Okay.
So I have no clue the gearing. It was fast enough. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
It worked well. I mean, you won.
I think so. Yeah. But like, I think the layout, like it's supposedly the same layout, but I think it got laid out a little bit differently. But I did make one change. I shared this with you, and I think you tried to call bullshit on it. But I made one change at the end of the day when racing was over. Was I changed from running a 7400, like a 280 gram battery, to running a 220 gram battery, and putting metal hooks on, and it was so much faster.
Okay.
So like 2 to 3 tenths faster a lap. I was shocked.
Wow.
Mihai was there on Sunday, and although he says it's tighter, he went faster too. So maybe the running line is shorter. I don't know. So, but yeah, I don't know. And then pleasantly surprised with that USGT thing that just worked. And then, yeah, 12 scale is going to be a work in progress. So,
Okay.
I think the 12 scale, I'm going to take down the droop, and I think I'm going to reduce the rear spring. I'm not running the hard one. I think I'll go to the medium one. So,
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there's a fucking spring back there.
yep.
Yikes.
Yeah. So,
All right.
but basically, Larry ran the lowest roll center in his car, which is like a 12 style. And then I think he ran a medium rear spring. I had the highest roll center and the hardest rear spring. So, and I tried running the new like short springs on the sides, but I ended up switching over to just like the normal springs that we were used to running.
Oh, okay. You just space it up.
Yeah, I went up 2 mil.
Okay.
It has like a locator pin that really doesn't action then.
Okay.
Like, it kind of pushes up against the battery, where I'm thinking if you really hit something that hard, you deserve it. Yeah. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, cool.
yeah.
That's good.
So,
Oh, well, hey, everyone had a good weekend of racing, I guess.
yeah. And you survived a storm.
Yeah, I actually even got to go run.
Yeah. That's even crazier.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Nuggets.
Okay.
Yeah, so state races not this weekend, but the next.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a commitment that I'm going to on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll miss the Saturday practice. So I wanted to get some laps in, and kind of just so I didn't show up being a total klutz or putz or whatever. And so I went there, and they suffered a little damage from the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too extensive, not like last time when they had the one that really messed up all the pits and everything. But they had a little bit of an issue with the cover of the driver's stand, but they got that fixed on Saturday, and they're like, "Hey, we're ready to go. Come on out." I'm like, and like I saw the message like on the books of faces like at like 7-8 o'clock, and I'm like, "Fuck, I ain't got a pack. I got shit everywhere." And like, I made it happen, and drove on out. And this was the sketchiest part, was driving out, because there's no gas currently in Florida. Most gas stations are out.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a full tank, but I'm going to waste it to go fucking race a toy car. So I have issues. Okay.
Did you drive slower there?
What do you think?
No.
No, kid. No. So anyway, barreled at 110 across Florida down to Arcadia, and you would really like the drive to Arcadia because it's just a 1-lane road and it's awesome.
No, I
It's like
hate that.
it's like Dukes of Hazzard.
So
Anyway.
one lane like is twisty.
No,
I,
it's pretty fucking straight.
I hate straight roads. I like
Huh?
twisty. I don't like a straight road.
I know. That's why I'm yeah. It's like literally you're like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know they made roads this straight.
Yeah, especially in Florida.
Well, they're all like anyway. So yeah, but no, I ran the Botas aluminum car,
Mhm.
built that up. Actually ran pretty well. Like I was like, it was like, damn.
Were
Grip
you
was
on
good.
your same shock program?
Yeah, I was on 475.
But were you running soft springs?
No,
Oh,
no. I didn't think there would be the grip there for that.
okay.
So, I wanted to kind of go with a true base setup. And ironically, I kind of gravitated to a lot of what I ran on my Bakersfield car. FD on the rear, then top 127 soft on the front. Just yeah, it was. I mean, there's some minor tweaks, obviously, but I mean, on a big picture, it's pretty close to the same.
Mhm.
And but yeah, car worked fairly well. It was a little pushy on exit. I think I'm gonna I have some things I'm gonna try. I want to try like Type 1. I want to try Type 1 soft spring.
On the front?
Yeah,
But that's a big track, right?
yeah.
I think you'll have no high speed steering.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I want to try that. And then if that doesn't work, I'll just put stiff springs on the front
Mhm.
with Type 1. The thing is like I'm running Type 2 right now, and I'm trying to get the same like milligrams per millimeter force bullshit, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right. So I can do that with soft springs. I can't do that with hard springs. So that's kind of why I was like, maybe we'll see,
Mhm.
And then you're talking about how all those guys are running Type 2 with hard springs and yada yada yada, and so it might work. I don't know.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that, and I don't know if this is. I think this is carrying over a little bit. Talking to some people, that with running all these alloy cars that are fairly stiff on the bottom, making them softer on the top, seems to help this car. Seems to be working well.
Yeah, but I think you can go too soft.
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure you could.
yeah.
But I mean, like I even look. This is the most remarkable thing is that I now own 2 cars in my possession that only have 1 screw in the bulkhead. That's
You mean the motor mount?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
you're definitely doing something right.
yeah, I'm slowly but surely kind of going in a direction that seems to be working for me anyway, or at least I like.
Mhm.
I'm for years I just struggled with trying to have grip, but I think I've kind of found it, I guess, in a way. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But
Don't worry. When you need it, it won't be there.
won't be there. Yeah. But I think I can get it back. I mean, I know things now, I guess. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
But, so anyway, I got that to look forward to, and
Mhm.
I might go again Sunday. I don't know. Depends on if I get tires for my real car.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
What
yeah, I had a
what?
blowout Monday morning.
Oof.
Yeah. So tread separated. So
Well,
I'm like, I'm on the highway, and I'm like, the air pressure monitor goes on, and it's just fucking going lower and lower and lower. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get off the highway, and I get to a Wawa, and like I was like, I'm at like 7 pounds, and I'm like, so I plug in the air pressure thing, and like it's not really filling up, and then I let go of it, and I hear, and I reach back in, and on the backside, all exactly 300 all the way around, you can just feel metal, fucking the belt just separated. Yeah. So, oh well. So I got new tires ordered, and the at-home delivery guy should be here. Hopefully, we'll schedule an appointment for tomorrow, or what's tomorrow? Wednesday, or maybe Thursday. So get that done. Big fan of the at-home install
from Tire Rack.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's nice.
Yeah.
So
what sort of meats did you get?
Pilot Sport 4s.
Okay, 4 or 4S?
Just 4s.
Okay.
You can't have S down in Florida.
No?
They'll fucking just get eaten alive, dude. Tires wear, I'd say, 30% to 40% faster.
Because it's hot out?
I think it's because they use shell in the asphalt.
Mm.
And immediately when I moved down here 10 years ago, I'm like, fucking tires wear out fast. Like the fronts that I have on that thing, they probably don't even have 25,000 miles, and the tread's almost all gone.
Like, I don't know, dude. A long time ago, on my first car I had was an '86 ARC-7 Turbo 2. If I got 10,000 miles out of the Nitos that I used to run on the back of that thing, I was happy.
Fucking Nitos.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's not what you call quality tire there.
Whatever. It was a long time ago, dude. You know?
Yeah, but yeah, no. Tires. I was even talking to Joaquin at Bakersfield about this, because we were talking, because he does all that racing with his Tesla, and I'm talking about street tires and this and that, and he's like, I go, I don't know what it is, but maybe you agree. He's like, yeah, it's pretty bad down here. I'm like, okay, it's not just me,
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you need a Tire Rack sponsorship.
Maybe, but hey, this is the first time, like, typically usually they don't have them in stock, so they're in stock. And
you could have been on some Nitos or some Toyos or some other junk.
Yeah. Kumi, come and get me or whatever.
I don't know if they would fit your car. I have some Continental. I think they're like, I don't know, I want to say it's DTS, but I don't know if that's what it is. They're pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, the rears on this thing are fucking 275s, and
that's big.
I know you're like, well, I got fucking 300s on my shit, but
no, but those are Pilot Sport 4S's.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, you gotta run.
I gotta go. I got a thing.
All right. Okay.
Hey,
nice talking to
you. Surprise guests.
Yes.
And yeah, hopefully, you're feeling the flow, you're feeling the momentum, and yeah, that's what it is. DWS 06s, those things, they're pretty good. I don't know how wide they are, but it's a good tire. So
okay. Continental DWS 06.
Yeah,
how
I got
soft
them
are those?
On the Volkswagen, and I had them on my Jeep a long time ago.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Indoor momentum is starting. So
really,
yeah, you'll get on that train eventually. Indoor momentum.
I mean, you got the Worlds in like 3 weeks, bro.
Yeah, it's fine. Indoor momentum.
All right. So you're not coming. All right, I get it. All right.
Is there any room at the Airbnb? Anyway, just asking for a friend.
I talk to X.
All right. I might need a couch. All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.